Love your journey as much as you will love your arrival.
And nobody can hear you go. Ooh.
Hi everyone, it's your girl Kunda. I'm your host for the Lighthearts channel, and welcome to this week's show, the show where we push for personal progress and prosperity. So this week I am very, very excited. I am over the moon, filled with joy. And the reason is on the 26th of April, I was celebrating my 5th business anniversary. So 5 years ago, I started a restaurant. Me and my business partner founded a restaurant in Chilabombe, and it's called Kuchiwacha Restaurant. If you're from Chilabombe, you know where it is, and maybe you even have had a meal there. And that was like 5 years ago, and this month we're just celebrating our 5th anniversary, and I am very, very happy and very excited about it because me and my team have come a long way, a super long way. And I can't even believe we're saying we've been in business for 5 years. I have been in business for 5 years. Five years. Hey, I'm excited that I've held it down for this long, and I'm looking forward to the next 5 years. And I just have to say, first of all, that I am proud of myself. I am super proud of myself because I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I always wanted to say my CV to include me owning a business. And the fact that I've been in business for the past 5 years just makes me very happy. And before I go into this video, because this video I want to share 5 things that I've learned. I've learned so many things, but I think these are the 5 things that I want to point out that I have learned. But before I do that, I first of all just want to say thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you to my parents, because my parents have been there for me. Even when this was a crazy idea and my parents didn't think it should have been my first decision, I'm grateful that they eventually supported me, in terms of just emotionally and financially when I needed help. So I am grateful that they've been with me on this journey, and I feel like everything I am, I owe to them, literally. And even the fact that I've had this idea and I've had this opportunity and the privileges that I've had, it's all to my mom and dad. So I want to say thank you to them. And then I also want to say thank you to my business partner for partnering with me, because I know I couldn't have done it without you, Stella. So I'm so grateful that you've been with me on this journey. And actually, this is our second business with her. When we were kids and we were about 7, that was our first business venture. I think we were just born to be business partners. We started selling Mark screws at a very young age, and it was our little venture as kids. And then as grown-ups, we've done this. So I am very proud and I'm very happy that I have you as part of my team. And then I also want to say thank you to Rose, who I've mentioned before in the video, because she's the first team member that we recruited to be part of our team, and she's been with us for the past 5 years. So I'm happy that she's part of my team, and she's someone that I don't take for granted. She's a valuable asset on my team. So I want to say thank you for being with me and Stella for the last 5 years. I also want to say thank you to my husband for being supportive on this journey. I also want to say thank you to everyone else who's been there to listen to me when I've been complaining during the COVID times, who's been patient with me, who's been understanding and loving. I'm just grateful for all the love and support you've been giving me on this journey and all the guidance. And I'm grateful. I am super grateful because it's very, very exciting, and I'm very, very happy that I have clocked 5 years. 5 years as an entrepreneur. I can't stop saying it, because this whole week I've actually been very happy every time it's crossed my mind, because I didn't think I would come this far. Let me tell you something. When we started the business, the people around us didn't think we'd come this far. I was laughing with my team this week, and I was saying, do you remember how they used to call us? Because we're like the young people in the industry when we became restaurant owners. And they used to say, Mom, me, I wadi patubaiche. Oh, I'm not for wadi patubaiche. They used to call us utubaiche, but I don't think they can call us utubaiche anymore because we're now grown women. At least I think. Anyway, so it was like a thing. Now when I think about it, it's like, oh, I actually missed that. Can I know wadi patubaiche? Oh, yeah, patubaiche. So when I think about it, we've come a long way. And today I just want to share a few things that I've learned on my journey. I have learned a whole lot that I can't even cover in one video. I would need like a whole sitting with you, even a half a day to just, share my experience and things that I've gone through and things that I've learned. But since I've got a short video that I'm doing, I just thought I'd share a few things that I have learned. And the first lesson, I've actually written them down so that I don't remember the points that I want to share with you. The first thing I have learned is, when you're starting your business, you need to make sure you've got capital of your own. You need to have something. Even when you go to ask for more funding from someone, or when you want to ask people to support you, you need to have some money of your own or some resources of your own. Because the truth is, if you've never owned a business, you don't know what it's like to be an entrepreneur. You don't know if you will succeed or if you even have what it takes to bring that idea into reality. Having an idea and creating a business that brings that idea into life are two different things. The first idea that I had, the first business I tried to start out, I started in 2016, and that business didn't happen. Even up to now, I still carry that idea with me because I feel like for me, that is the one thing that I really, really want to do. But I also love food, and I'm already in hospitality anyway, in terms of my education. So, having a restaurant was just, I think it was just a given. Even right now, I'm actually working on my second project, my second business idea, which will be my third essentially, because my first time, my second, which will be my third, is also in food. So the thing is, when we were starting that business, it was easy for me to have the courage to even start, because not only did we have an idea of, oh, we want to do a restaurant, we had some resources, we had what we were going to risk. So when I walked up to people and I said, this is what I wanted to do, it didn't even matter. Even my parents at that point wanted me to get a job. It was just like, oh, you have to get a job. You finish your education, you have to get a job. But because I had resources, which I had been saving money during my university years, I was able to start the business without having too much friction, because I wasn't asking for people to fund my dream. So you have to make sure when you have an idea or a business that you want to start, you need to have resources of your own that you can fund, that you can invest in your business. That's one way. And if you don't have those resources, I would advise you to get a job and then start building your business part-time. That's another option. Another option is you can partner with someone who has the resources while you bring the skills and the skills to the partnership. So that's another thing that you can do. But if you want to find it easier to launch your business, you need to have something that you're willing to risk. Because even when you go to investors or people who will support you, it could even be your parents or your sister, they're going to ask you, oh, how much do you have to invest in this business that you want us to invest in? And if you say you have nothing, no one will take you serious. But if you say, okay, I have I have a 2,000, I just need maybe like another 2,000, will you help me? People are like, oh, okay, I think this person is serious. They've taken time to actually invest something in the business on their own. The second thing that I have learned is that not everyone is going to believe in your dreams, and not everyone is going to agree with the idea that you have or the ideas that you have. Not everyone is going to think you have what it takes to bring that idea to life. So you need to have a belief in you that is greater than, just less than the belief you have in God. Your belief in yourself has to be close to the belief you have in God. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you won't do it. I remember when we started the restaurant, people didn't think we were going to make it. And I remember when my parents, the space that we're using for the restaurant was not essentially a restaurant space. And the thing is, we had to make something out of it. And me and my partner, we started designing, we started figuring out what to do, and eventually we got it done. And that took me believing in myself, me having confidence to think, okay, I really want this to work. I really want my CV to have a business on it, to show that I started something. And another thing that was very important to me is creating jobs. Even up to now, job creation is something that is really close to my heart. And over the past 5 years, I have created jobs for other people. So I'm also proud of myself for that. So you have to believe in yourself and believe and know in your heart that even when people around you don't see it for you, you have to see it for yourself. The third thing is that if you have a business idea, but okay, I've actually already talked about this, and you really want to do it, you can partner with someone who has the resources. Only you have to make sure it's a mutual partnership, and you have to be careful because some people will just use you. So you have to make sure you're very careful about it, and you have to, have the confidence that you bring to the table. The fourth thing is entrepreneurship is not for the weak-hearted. I've said it before in a previous video where I was working on a project and the youth thought, oh, I don't want to work for people because it's hard. I'd rather be in business. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. It's not. Me and my partners have been through it. We've had the council close us down. We've had the health people close us down. We've had, and when we started, we didn't even have experience with the restaurant industry. Okay, I've worked in a restaurant before, but we didn't have a lot of experience. And it was very hard. And it's like we were learning as we were going. And eventually we've reached a point where it's just easy. It's just like a smooth ride. It's a smooth ride, But at one point, it was overwhelming because I also didn't know what the next day will bring, what challenges will it bring. And I feel like looking back, if I had known the things that we'd go through, we probably wouldn't have started. But the ignorance that we had made it's like everything happened. Whatever happened was a surprise. When something happened, it was a surprise. So we just took things as they came. But if we had known like those were the challenges that we're going to go through, we wouldn't have done it. I've talked about a time I worked from 7 up to 23. And I had to be up and out of the house by 7 the next day. That wasn't easy. There were times I was so exhausted emotionally and physically, and I'm just like, God, why am I even bothering to do this when I can get a job and be paid more money than I am making right now, But we put through. So it's something you need to have a strong heart for it. You need to have a strong heart for it, because if you don't, it's just going to weigh you down, and you need to be hungry for it. You need to be strong. You need to understand that, when you're starting a business, all those ideas, problems that you're anticipating, those might come to happen, but trust me, there are those big problems that you're not even thinking. They're not even in your business plan, in your contingency plan. Those things will also happen. Question is, do you have what it takes to endure through those things? So you need to make sure that you're prepared for the unthinkable and the insane. I remember one time I met an entrepreneur, David Smith, in England. And one thing he told me, and that was before I didn't become an entrepreneur, but I was thinking about it very seriously. And I told him, I have this overwhelming feeling every time I think about the idea of starting my own business. It's crippling me and I don't know what to do. And his advice to me was, listen, all those problems you think you've thought about, you cannot in any way, not with all the intelligence in the world, with all the best advice and consultants that you can get. You haven't yet even scratched the surface or figured out the problems that you actually face. And even if you did, you cannot anticipate the solutions to those problems. So just go with the ride and take it as it comes. And that's what he told me. And I experienced it. I experienced that when I became an entrepreneur. I've been taking it as problems have been coming. So you have to have a very strong desire to achieve, and to endure. And then the fifth lesson I have learned is to love the journey. Entrepreneurship isn't easy, and sometimes you lose patience. And sometimes you forget to love and enjoy the process. The process of starting small and growing, the process of going the highs and the lows, the beauty in a smile of a customer, a compliment, the beauty of even knowing that moment, in that space where you are actually successful. And so that's one thing that I also forgot. I didn't There were times I didn't love my journey. The times I didn't think I was doing enough. I wasn't getting rich fast. Wasn't making as much money as I wanted fast. And it was frustrating and it robbed me of joy. But now I have learned to have gratitude and patience for my journey. And I have learned to love my journey, to love it very much. To love it as much as I will love my destination. And as much as I know that there is a destination I'm going towards, I also understand that today, this is my destination. And for whatever reason, if tomorrow I don't wake up, it will mean I had arrived today. This was my arrival. So if, God forbid, anything happens to me, but if this is my arrival, I'm not going to be spending it and thinking, I wish I was doing more. I wish I had more. I wish I was there. No, I'm going to love today. I'm going to be grateful for today. I'm grateful for the worth I have today. I'm grateful for the success I have today, because I understand as much as I'm reaching and going towards something, there's also a possibility this is my destination. This is my arrival. So I have just told myself, I'm going to love my journey. And I've been loving my journey. I am loving my journey. I won't lie. I'm really, really, really enjoying my journey and my life currently. It's exciting. It's really exciting. So I am loving my journey as much as I will love my arrival. So that is what I would just advise you. Wherever you are, whatever place and space or phase in your life you are in, have love and grace for yourself and a lot of empathy. Because I think as an entrepreneur, you need to have a lot of empathy, because you make a lot of mistakes. And sometimes a lot of things go wrong. So if you don't have that grace and empathy for yourself, it's gonna be so you get discouraged. So to avoid that, have love and grace and empathy for yourself. So those are the things that I have learned, and I am very excited to be doing this video for you. And yeah, to the next 5 years. So that is it from me. With all the love in the world, take care and have a great weekend. Bye bye.